What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is once again going to briefly chat about Ireland versus New Zealand. Now in previous video I gave my prediction and I shared my excitement for this game. In this video, now the squads have been announced, I wanted to just go into a bit of brief of the battles between players that I'm looking forward to. Obviously the standout players that I'm looking forward to, what I think is the key to beating one of these two teams, as well as just chatting briefly of giving my thoughts on notes of where I think the strengths and weaknesses will come on from this game, because it's going to be such an epic game and I honestly can't wait for it. I thought I'd go into another video on it and just chat about my thoughts before the biggest battle of the year. Before we get started, obviously if you're new here and haven't yet subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, join the family. We are 1,300 subscribers away from hitting 10,000, which is an unbelievable goal. If I could get it by the end of the year, that would be great. If not, I'm so chuffed with the growth, and I'm welcome once again to every new subscriber, old subscriber, for sticking with me. Thank you, and let's get to the business of the day. Now this game has so much potential. I think so much excitement is going around with it. Obviously the arrogant supporters are saying, it's going to be a walkover, or we don't have this and that and blah blah blah. Enough with the excuses. Let's enjoy the game of rugby. Let's respect the two teams that are playing, and let's have fun while watching these two teams give it out. Now the All Blacks have chosen a fairly strong squad, which with the likes of Brodie Retallick, Barrett, Kieran Reid, all those fantastic players are there, and it's going to be an unbelievable game. And last time these two met in Dublin, All Blacks won. The last 30 appearances, the All Blacks have won majority, with Ireland winning one and them going to a draw. I think it was in the 1976 or something. Now Chicago obviously was a win, but like a lot of the All Black fans have let me know, Brodie wasn't there and a few other stars. So it'll be interesting to see how Ireland go against Brodie, who has just gotten so damn good. It's actually terrifying, and he is one of the battle talks that I will be discussing as we go on in this video. Now, so much to look forward to, so many thoughts, but 3 points I've highlighted that I just want to say that I'm going to be looking out for the weekend, and I'm sure a few of you guys, no matter who you support, will be looking out, and you'll also have your own points. So make sure you leave it in the comments. What are you looking out for the most? As an All Black supporter, as an Irish supporter, as a neutral maybe, what are you excited for the most? Now for me, Kieran, the scrummer for Ireland, this is his big chance. He showed up well against Argentina, scored a try against them, and was a good replacement for Conor Murray, which is a massive boots to fill. So for me, he is a player that I'll be watching out. It's his big chance to shine. It's his big chance to say to the Irish board, to Joe Schmidt and the management, that I am here to stay, I am here to play, and I am here for the Rugby World Cup. So it's a big thing for him. Second point, All Blacks to prove Mario Ledesma right. Now, he was quoted in saying, Argentinian coach Mario said, All Blacks never put together successive bad performances. That is so true. The All Blacks bounce back. They come back, they prove a point, they show what they're made of, they show the quality of rugby. So if I were Irish, I'd definitely be nervous, because the All Blacks didn't have a great game against England. So they're going to work on what they did wrong, what they need to improve on, how they're going to approach this game, and how they're going to attack the Irish. So it's definitely a point that they want to prove. They want to prove him right and say that we will not put on a consecutive bad performance. We're going to bounce back and give the Irish a good run for their money. Third point, back to his best. Now that obviously is going for Rory Best, the Irish captain. He will need to be definitely at his best against the All Blacks, because when you play a team like the All Blacks, the best is what you have to have. Otherwise you're going to come up short and lose. Now Rory let a few throws go off on Saturday against the Argentines, so he will need to make sure he gets everything right, because if you don't, you're going to lose the game. Good example, Malcolm Marx missing throws against England, South Africa lost. So Rory Best is a great leader for Ireland. He needs to be on point. He needs to be getting those lineouts right, making sure that they capitalize on opportunities, because the lineout, a good drive, can get them a try, can get them penalties. So it's important that Rory gets the lineout throws correct. Otherwise, again, they will come up short. Now, for me, as I just mentioned, leadership is such a quality, and when I said that Rory's leadership is so key, so is Kieran Reid. So that is something I'm excited to watch. It's the battle between Kieran Reid and Rory Best. Two fantastic captains, two captains who have really been a part of their team's success. Rory, obviously, with Ireland during the Six Nations Championship, during Australia, if I'm not mistaken. He was really a key factor. He knows how to control his team when they're under pressure. He knows how to calm them down, bring them back to earth so that they can start playing competitive rugby. And that is such an important factor that needs to be looked at going into this game, because, as I said in the previous video, All Blacks are known to coming back. They're known to fighting. They're known to putting on the gas in the 65th minute, the last 20 minutes of the game as well. They are just brilliant, and you've got to be on point. So if they come back and start rattling the players, Rory's job is so key to calm his players down, get them back onto the shape of things so that they can challenge the All Blacks. And the same goes for Kieran Reid. We've seen him totally transform the All Blacks from being in situations where they're not scoring at the start, but his leadership skills gets that team fired up, pumped and ready to come back. We've seen it under the Crusaders. We see it in the All Black team. He is a fantastic leader who's done so well with the All Blacks. He's really achieved greatness within that team. I think he's a great player. He's a respectful player. The sportsmanship qualities from that man is ideal. When they make mistakes, he admits them, but make sure that they capitalize and they don't make those mistakes again, which is why I've got so much time for Kieran Reid. Humble guy, super character, but obviously don't cross him on the field, because holy macaroni, that guy is tough. He can bounce through players, he can score tries, so it's important to watch out for him. But his leadership skills would be just as important, because just like the All Blacks were struggling last weekend, he calmed his team down, got them to where they needed to be, and with that, calming the players, getting Beauden Barrett into the right form where he had an outstanding game, really showed a lot of leadership qualities. It showed why the All Blacks are so damn good, because Steve Hansen and Joe Schmidt have so much to say, obviously, before the game, during halftime and after the game. Obviously get their talks in every now and then with the training staff and the water guys, but the captain's key is so important in controlling the game, keeping their players level-headed, calm, and also dealing with referee situations. It's so important that they are calm and collected so that they don't give away cards, penalties, and they control the game. So for me, the battle between the two captains is going to be so interesting to watch, and they technically control the game. So if they break down or if they make errors, it's going to cost one of these teams. So it's important that the leaders show up and have a great performance. Some other notes that I've got: the battles. Now these are the battles that I'm so excited to watch. Obviously I'm not going to go into too much detail. Johnny Sexton versus Beauden Barrett. You've heard my opinion on this on the previous video. If you haven't watched that yet, check it up in the iCards. That is going to be an epic battle. So important that they get their point scoring right. So important that they control the game with the boot, with their skillfulness. They are going to be the two key players to watch. I'm excited to see what they can do. Then I've got Brodie Retallick, obviously. I mean, best number 4 in the world, versus Ireland's number 4, Dan Ventona. The reason why I've got him in here is because they're going to be playing in the same number, and it's a good opportunity for Denver to also learn, to grow, develop. Yeah, he's obviously a talented bloke. He wouldn't be in the Irish team if he wasn't. But playing against a guy like Brodie Retallick is intimidating and scary because of what that man can do, how he plays, how he handles the game. I mean, he's just come back from injury and he's just as intimidating and scary and brilliant as usual. So for me, for Denver, it's an important one for him to watch out, to learn and to play calmly and cleverly, because he's obviously got Ryan on his number 5 wing, but they've also got Whitelocks, so it's so important that these guys control this game well, but also it's going to be interesting to see how he handles quality like Brodie Retallick, who is the best number 4 in World Rugby today. So I'm excited to see that battle taking place this weekend. Then the 2 number 3s, Mr. Tyg Furlong and Owen Franks. Now Franks obviously is known to play either way, but the veteran, he's played so many test matches for the All Blacks. He's done so well for the All Blacks. He's an ambassador. He's a veteran. He's just a genius in his position. But then you have a guy like Ty Furlong, who is also epic in what he does. He's been the talk of the town this whole year. His impact within Irish rugby, Leinster rugby, has been precise. He's strong with the ball, he wins the ball, he's strong in the lineouts, he's determined in the lineouts. He's really been a key for Ireland, and I'm excited to see him battle up in the scrums against the All Blacks. I mean, you've got a strong pack within with Big Carl. You've got Cody Taylor, and obviously Dane's on the bench. You've got a scary pack there. Now, this is a great time for Tyg Furlong to say, listen, Axe, I'm the best in the world. I've got a lot to prove as well. So I am going to really show up and give it up my all. So I'm excited for that battle. Another battle, CJ Stander versus Kieran Reid. Again, you've heard what I said about Reid, great player, but also CJ Stander, the one that got away for all South African fans, to the coach who said he's too small to play rugby. I hope you are getting whatever, because you've just lost a great one. So just under another amazing player for Munster and for Ireland. He's been such a good impact. The strength within the man, the ability within the man is exciting to watch, and I'm looking forward to seeing him battle. A lot of you guys from New Zealand were saying you're looking forward to him against Sam Cane, but sadly he's injured. But obviously Seville's there, so it'll be curious. But 8 versus 8, it's Kieran Reid versus CJ Stander. Gonna be an epic battle. I can't wait. Then the last battle I've got, obviously they're all battles, but the highlighted one is Jacob Stockdale versus Rico Ioane. That is gonna be epic. The two wings who are so brilliant at what they do. I mean, Ioane has been the top try scorer of the year in Test rugby. He is a force. He is fired. He is strong. He is brilliant. Everything he All Blacks, and he's terrifying with the ball. Sherbety is terrifying. Stockdale, the young chap, he's got the ability to do great things. He's done well in this year's Irish season. He's really done great. He's quick. The Irish are known for the quick wings, and Jacob, for me, is one of the quickest, so it's going to be important for him to really show up and capitalize on opportunities, run with the ball, put the All Blacks under pressure. And Ireland, watch out, because Ioane can do the same thing. He is outstanding, so watch out for him. Then just notes for me ahead of this test, that's obviously the injury list. Dan Levy's been ruled out, which is a big unfortunate. That was released today. Gutted for Ireland, because they've got Conor Murray out, Robbie Henshaw out, and Sean O'Brien. Gutted for them, because they'd want their stars within the squad. But you know what? You move on, you move forward, you find out new strategies, see how you're going to adapt with your new players coming in, and you find a way to capitalize and find ways to get the goals. If you've done your research, you should know what the All Blacks' strengths and weaknesses are. You should be able to attack and do all those things that you're able to do. But big loss that Dan's injured. He had a great game last week when he came on. Conor Murray, one of the best scrum halves in the world rugby, so big loss for him. Robbie, obviously, and Sean O'Brien, big loss. But they need to move on and find new ways in order to give the All Blacks a scare. Chicago test, no Brodie Retallick. Big thing to remember. So I'm excited to watch Brodie against the Irish, and I'm excited to see the Irish handle Brodie. Can they do it? That's the question. Then, for me, another note, Ireland need to be aware of the All Blacks bench. There is so much talent. Like I said, come second half, the All Blacks are another team that put the gas, especially in the last 20 minutes. The players they have to offer, I'm going to just mention a few. Dane Coles. I mean, you all know how bloody brilliant that guy is. One of the best in the world. Scott Barrett, TJ Perenara. I mean, at the rate TJ's playing, he is really putting his hand up to getting a starting position. Obviously, Aaron Smith's got a milestone this weekend, so an important game for him. But TJ Perenara on the bench, come on, it's amazing. Richie Mwanga, I mean, a replacement kicker, a replacement fly-off. Amazing player. And Leonard Brown, another player who's fantastic at what he does and definite watch out. So Ireland, be aware of the All Black bench. Now, how the All Blacks can beat Ireland: play to their strengths, keep to the tactics that they've been playing all the way around, run the ball, make sure you capitalise on your place kicking, make sure you capitalise on hard tackles, win the ball, get your lineouts right, and don't do what you did against England unless you're talking about that second half. Make sure you have the ability. This team has the ability to beat Ireland. They're going in as favourites for a reason. They're strong, they're talented, they're the best in the world for so long for a reason. They've got the coach of Steve Hansen that really, we know what he's capable of. We know what Kieran Reid can do as a leader. We know what Bowden Barrett can do. Sure, but he can score another 4 tries tomorrow. Who knows? But we know the talent that man offers, and it's such an important aspect to watch out for. So for me, All Blacks, let's play the normal game, capitalise on the strengths, grow them, and the weaknesses, work on them less. Don't focus on them. Just focus on winning the game and playing the strong, dominant game you are all known for. For me, how can Ireland win? Outwork the All Blacks tight 5. They've got time for long. They've got Healy, they've got McGrath, they've got Porter, along with James Ryan. Hard work is needed. They need to work hard against these guys. We all know the strength within the tight 5 of the All Blacks. It is terrifying. I just spoke about Owen Franks. King Carl is an amazing year. I mean, Cody Taylor, brilliant. All of them. Whitelock, Brody, it's terrifying. So they need to be able to outwork them. They need to work hard. If they don't do that, they're going to lose, plain and simple. They need to, I'm actually going to save that point for last. Rob Kearney needs to guard the touchline. We know they need to do it because the All Blacks are good with the touchline. They need to prevent the ball from going out, stopping the All Blacks from having an attacking line-out. That is such an important strength. Again, you got Brody, you got Whitelock. It's terrifying. Rob, you need to protect the touchline. Otherwise, All Blacks are going to score and attack. Drive off Devon Toner. Devon Toner should guarantee an Ireland quality line-out ball. He needs to win the line-out, otherwise they're going to see their backsides. They need to capitalise. We saw some moments of weakness where England and South Africa scored tries from line-outs, so it's important that they capitalise, drive the ball and put the All Blacks under pressure. And set this Jacob Stockdale trap. He's excellent at reading play and picking off intercepts. So if Barrett or Damian McKenzie go looking for, risky opportunities, Stockdale needs to be ready. He needs to be prepared, and in order to capitalise. Now, final point, but probably one of the most important points, Wayne Barnes is the ref. Now, I've heard of talk that the Irish aren't happy. They don't have a great history with him. I've also heard that the All Blacks aren't happy. For me, Wayne Barnes, yes, he's had his moments, but I think he's got the capability of refereeing a good game. He knows what's at stake. He knows the importance of this game. It is the best team in the world versus the second best team in the world. One wants to leave this year, this 2018, being the top. Whoever wins this game technically is the top of this year. I'm not saying in the world, I'm saying of this year and achievements that have happened. Ireland's really been outstanding. The All Blacks have been strong as usual, so it's a massive game. So Barnes needs to ref the game. I hope there's no card involved. I hope we don't see a card destroying the game. That will be heartbreaking if it is. Both teams need to just play properly. Play to their strengths. Don't make stupid calls. Don't make stupid errors. Capitalize on weaknesses. Capitalize on your strengths and make it even better if they want to win. Epic game to look forward to. I'm excited. I cannot wait to watch this game. I'm more excited for this than I am for South Africa. It's going to be epic, and I am a South African. So guys, if you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Recap is coming on Sunday, so make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss it out. I can't wait to do it. I can't wait to watch the game. Let me know your thoughts on my talk today. What are your main points? Who is the battle? What are the battles you're looking forward to seeing the most? Highlighted players, your points. Why do you think Ireland's going to win? Why do you think the All Blacks are going to win? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And guys, please be respectful in the comment section. Some of you are very harsh towards other people. It's not necessary, and I'm not going to respond to bullshit comments where you're rude. With all due respect, let's be respectful. I'm very respectful to your teams. Let's be respectful to my channel, if you do not mind. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed so you can keep up to date with all future uploads. I will see you guys on Sunday for the recap. Enjoy the rugby. May the best team win. Go on Ireland. Go on All Blacks. Make World Rugby proud. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.